Nobody expected Ariana Grande's love life to turn into one of Hollywood's most chaotic plot twists, yet here we are. A brand new romance announced just 3 days after news of her split from Dalton Gomez. Fans were stunned, confused, and honestly glued to every update. But what if the story wasn't as rushed as the headlines made it seem? What if the truth was tangled, messy, and way more complicated than anyone realized? And believe it or not, this timeline goes way deeper than most people remember. It all starts in December 2022, when Ariana flies to the UK to film Wicked. She's Glinda. Ethan Slater is Bach. Two performers, two marriages, one massive movie production pulling them into the same orbit. Fans didn't know it at the time, but this moment would quietly mark the start of a chain reaction. But here's the catch. Both were still in their marriages. Ariana was reportedly still trying to work things out with Dalton Gomez. Ethan Slater, meanwhile, was living a low-profile family life with his high school sweetheart, Lily J., and their newborn. Nobody could have guessed what was coming next. Reports later claimed Ariana and Dalton had been having issues for months, with friends saying the long-distance filming schedule didn't help. Rumors even suggested that by early 2023, they were separated but trying to figure things out. At the same time, Ethan's marriage was also quietly strained. Industry insiders whispered that he and Lily had grown apart, though nothing public had been announced. Two relationships faltering long before the headlines exploded. And that's when things started getting messy. When sources confirmed in July 2023 that Ariana and Ethan were officially dating, social media went into full meltdown. People were shocked, confused, and some were downright angry. But the biggest shock came days later, when Ethan legally filed for divorce. Some fans immediately jumped to conclusions, claiming this was a home-wrecking situation. Others insisted the timing didn't prove anything, pointing out that both were reportedly separated before the romance started. But speculation had already taken over the narrative. Still, the story didn't end with the chaos. It was just getting started. By September 2023, Ariana and Ethan were caught walking arm in arm at a theme park. A few weeks later, insiders claimed Ethan had moved into Ariana's place in New York while working on Broadway. And then everything shifted. Ariana finalized her divorce from Dalton. She began showing up at Ethan's Spamalot performances. She cheered from the crowd. She celebrated with the cast. It was clear to anyone watching, this relationship was no fling. And fans who once doubted Ethan? They slowly started to change their minds. Late 2023 and early 2024 became the soft launch phase. Ariana posted behind-the-scenes photos from Wicked, some featuring Ethan in sweet, candid moments. He praised her performances. She showed up to his shows. They supported each other, but without forcing the relationship into the spotlight. It was the kind of quiet romance that almost made people forget the explosive beginning, almost. But Hollywood doesn't stay quiet for long. 2024 rolled into 2025, and suddenly the couple wasn't hiding at all. They attended the National Board of Review Gala together. Ethan posted a heartfelt tribute the moment Ariana earned her first Oscar nomination. Ariana brought him to Broadway shows. Friends of the couple described them as deeply connected, inseparable, and surprisingly grounded. For the first time since the chaos, the public started seeing Ethan the way Ariana did, a talented Broadway performer with a kind, gentle energy, not the villain tabloids made him out to be. But that didn't stop the whispers. Even as the couple settled into their new reality, rumors continued swirling. Some fans speculated they were on and off throughout 2025. Others insisted the two were staying together publicly only until Wicked premiered. And then Ethan's ex-wife, Lily J., shared her own emotional story, adding new fuel to the fire. Suddenly, everyone had an opinion again. Ariana later admitted the worst part was watching Ethan be judged by millions of strangers who, in her words, didn't know the truth. But love doesn't always wait for public approval. And Ariana made that very clear. By late 2025, the couple seemed more comfortable than ever. Ariana reposted Ethan's behind-the-scenes Wicked photos, choosing a solo shot of him and adding a tiny tin man with a heart, subtle but impossible to miss. Then came Ethan's interview on Today. The host asked what it was like working with his girlfriend every day, and Ethan navigated it like a seasoned pro. He avoided personal details entirely, praising the cast instead. Fans read between the lines. Some said he was trying to protect their relationship. Others felt something was off. But every time breakup rumors popped up, sources insisted the two were still very much together. So, what was really happening? Well, that depends on who you ask. Online theories run wild. Some think the pair are simply more private now, choosing stability over spectacle. Others claim they've hit a rough patch, but are pushing through. And then there are the wild Reddit theories. Everything from they're only together for promotion to their bond is deeper than people realize. None of it's confirmed. None of it's denied, which only makes fans more obsessed. And with Wicked, for good rolling out, the spotlight on their relationship is brighter than ever. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater never expected their love story to become a Hollywood battlefield. But through headlines, backlash, rumors, and endless scrutiny, they've kept moving forward slowly, quietly, and on their own terms. And now, as Wicked takes center stage and their connection continues evolving, one question remains. Is this the final act of their relationship, or is something even bigger waiting behind the curtain? Only time and Hollywood fate will tell.